Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamsha Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. First of all, offer my millions of obeisances to lotus feet of Asmade Guru Pad Padma Nitila Pravishta Jagat Guru Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. They also offer obeisances to lotus feet of Trindi Sannyasi Shri Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Dandi Maharaj, Namishta Santoshi Aniruddhas Prabhuji, and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are gathered here for online class. Please accept my humble obeisances. So now we are discussing Adi Lila, chapter 2, verse 99. किशोर स्वरूप कृष्ण स्वयं अवतारी क्रीड़ा करे ए छय रूपे विश्व भरी किशोर स्वरूप whose real nature is that of an adolescent kishora. Krishna is always adolescent in age. Krishna, Lord Krishna, Swayam himself avatari, the source of all incarnations. Avatari means Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Ete chamshakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Rudayanti Viryuhi. All incarnations come from Krishna. So it's called Avatari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also Avatari. Like in Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sharanagati song says, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori Saparshada Sviya Dhama Sahavatari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended to this world with all his associates, and Krishna also descended to this world with all the both are actually the source of all incarnations. They are avatari. Parameshwara Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Sarvavatari Sarva Karana Pradhan Ananta Vaikunthara Ananta Avatar Ananta Brahmanda Iha Savaradhar Satchidananda Tano Vrajendra Nandan Sarveshwarya Sarva Shaktis Sarvarasa Purna Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam Vrindavane Aprakurta Navina Madana Kama Gayatri Kama Bije Jandra Upasana. Shri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes. He expands himself in his innumerable plenary portions known as incarnations. He is the fountainhead of innumerable Vaikuntha planets, innumerable incarnations, and innumerable universes. He is the eternal form of transcendental existence, knowledge and bliss. He is known as the son of the king of Vraja. He is complete in himself with all opulences, all powers, and all divine rasas. He is, as stated in Brahma Samhita, the supreme primeval Lord and the cause of all causes. Shri Krishna is the transcendental Cupid, the resident of Shri Vrindavan. He is worshipped by transcendental sounds produced by the pure utterances of Kama Gatri and Kama Bija. So we see that here very clearly mentioned that Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Krida Kore, he plays Krida. Krida means actually so many sweet pastimes he performs. So there are so many Krida. And they are described. Actually, in Mundak Upanishad said, Atma Krida Atmarati Kriyavan Esha Brahma Vidam Varishta. Those who take pleasure in the self, whose attachment is in the self, and who are active only in the self, are the best among the knowers of the Vedas. So basically, Krishna is especially perform many pastimes. In Bhajan Rahasya, you'll see that Krishna, what performs he what Krishna and gopis do? They blissfully enjoy sports like swinging, jhula, frolicking in the forest, vanavihar, playing in the water, jalakeli, swimming, stealing the flute, Vamshi Haran, amorous meeting, Ratik Krida, drinking honey, Madhupan, worshipping the sun god, Surya Puja, and many other kinds of pastimes which will be which are being served by their dear ones. Understand? So these are the Krishna is expert in रात्रि दिन कुंज क्रीडा करे राधा संगे कैशोर वयस सफल कैल क्रीडा रंगे. So Krishna is all day, all night sporting with Radharani. Ratri dine kunja krida kare Radha sange kaishara vayasa safara kaila krida range. Day and night Shri Krishna enjoys the company of Shri Radha in the kunjas of Vrindavan. Thus his adolescence is made successful through his pastimes with her. Now it is told, hey, these Chaya Rupe in 6 forms, Vishwa, the universes, Bari, maintaining. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who is eternally an adolescent, is the primeval Lord, the source of all incarnations. He expands himself in these 6 categories of forms to establish his supremacy throughout the universe. Echaya Rupehaya Ananta Bhived Ananta Rupe Karupa Nahi Kichubed. These Chaya Rupe in the 6 forms. Haya, there are Ananta, unlimited, Vived, varieties. Ananta Rupe in unlimited forms. Eka Rupe, one form. Nahi there is not Kichu, any Veda difference. In these 6 kinds of forms, there are innumerable varieties. Although there are many, they are all one. There is no difference between them. Perfect. The personality of Godhead manifests himself in 6 different features. Prabha, Prabha, Vaibhav, empowered incarnations, partial incarnations, childhood, and boyhood. The personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, whose permanent feature is adolescence, enjoys his transcendental proclivities by performing pastimes in these 6 forms. In these 6 features, there are unlimited divisions of the personality of Godhead's forms. The jivas, or living beings, are differentiated parts and parcels of the Lord. They are all diversities of the one without a second, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Chis Shakti Swarupa Shakti Antaranganam Tahara Vaibhava Antara Vaikuntadinam. Chis Shakti means Bhagwan's spiritual energy. Swarupa Shakti means personal energy. And Antaranga, actually it is called Antahanga. Antahanga means internal. Nama named, Tahara of that. Vaibhava manifestations. Ananta unlimited. Vaikuntha etc. Dhama abodes. The Chis Shakti, which is also called Swarupa Shakti or Antaranga Shakti, displays many varied manifestations. It sustains the kingdom of God and its paraphernalia. Maya Shakti Bahiranga Jagat Karan Tara Vaibhavananta Brahmandera God. Maya Shakti is the illusory potency, illusory energy. Bahi Anga, external. Jagata Karana, the cause of the universe. Tahaya, of that, Vaibhava manifestations, Ananta, unlimited. Brahmandera, of universe, Gana, multitudes. The external energy called Maya Shakti is the cause of innumerable universes with varied material potencies. Jiva Shakti Tatasthacha Nahi Jaranta Mukhya Tina Shakti Tara Vivedananta. Jiva Shakti, the energy of the living entity. Tatastha Shakti, Tatasthakhya, known as marginal. Nahi, there is not. Jara, of which, Anta, end. Mukhya, principal. Tina, 3, Shakti, energies. Tara, of them. Viveda, varieties. Ananta, unlimited. The marginal potency which is between these two consist of the numberless living beings. These are the three principal energies which have unlimited categories and subdivisions. The internal potency of the Lord, which is known as Shish Shakti or Antaranga Shakti, exhibits variegatedness in the transcendental Vaikuntha cosmos. Besides ourselves, there are unlimited number of liberated living beings who associate with the personality of Godhead in his innumerable features. The material cosmos displays the external energy in which the conditioned living beings are provided all liberty to go back to the personality of Godhead after leaving the material tabernacle. The Shvetashvatara Upanishad informs us, Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, natastamashcha vyadikasya drishyate, parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate, swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha. Caitanya Caritamrta lila 13.65 purport. The Supreme Lord is one without a second. He has nothing to do personally, nor does he have material senses. No one is equal to him or greater than him. He has unlimited variegated potencies of different names, which exist within him as autonomous attributes and provide him full knowledge, power and pastimes. Text 104. Emata Swarupa Gana Arati na Shakti Sabhara Shre Krishna Krishna Sabhara Sthiti. Emata, in this way, Swarupa Gana, personal forms, Ara and Tina, three, Shakti, potencies, Sabhara of the whole assembly, Ashray, the shelter, Krishna, Lord Krishna. Krishna in Lord Krishna, Sabhara of the whole assembly, Sthiti, the existence. These are the principal manifestations and expansions of the personality of Godhead and his three energies. They are all emanations from Sri Krishna, the transcendence. They have their existence in him. Jadyapi Brahmanda Ganer Purusha Ashraya Sai Purushadi Savar Krishna Mulashraya. Jadyapi, although Brahma Anda Ganer of the multitude of universes, Purusha, the Purusha avatar, Ashraya, the shelter, say that Purushadi of the Purusha avatars, Savara of the assembly, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Mula Ashraya, original source. Although the three Purushas, Purushas means actually Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Karnodaksha Vishnu, so Kshiradaksha Vishnu. Although the three Purushas are the shelter of all the universes, Lord Krishna is the original source of the Purushas. Swayam Bhagavana Krishna, Krishna Sarvashray, Paramaishvara Krishna Sarva Shastra Koi. Swayam himself, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Sarva Ashray, the shelter of all. Parama, the Supreme Ishvara Lord. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Sarva Shastri, all scriptures, Koi, say. Thus, the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the original primeval Lord, the source of all other expansions. All the revealed scriptures accept Sri Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishvara, the controller, Parama, the Supreme, Krishna, Lord Krishna, Sat, eternal existence, Chit, absolute knowledge, Ananda, the absolute bliss, Vigraha, whose form, Anadi, without beginning, Adihi, the origin, Govinda, Lord Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam, the cause of all causes. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme controller. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, for he is the prime cause of all causes. Purport. This is the first verse of the 5th chapter of the Brahma Samhita, 5.1. ये सब सिद्धांत तुम्ही जान भाल मते तब पूर्व पक्ष करे आमा चलाइते. A means these, sub, all, siddhanta, conclusions, tumi, you, jana, no, bhalamate, in a good way, tabu, still, purva paksha, objection, kara, you make, ama, to me, Chala hite. To give useless anxiety. You know all the conclusions of the scriptures very well. You create these logical arguments just to agitate me. Just to agitate me. So this is what actually is told. You know all the conclusions of the scriptures very well. You create these useless arguments just to agitate me. A learned man who has thoroughly studied the scriptures cannot hesitate to accept Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If such a man argues about this matter, certainly he must be doing so to agitate the minds of his opponents. Sai Krishna avatari Vrajendra Nandan apane Chaitanya Rupe Kaila avatar. Sai Krishna avatari Vrajendra Kumar apane Chaitanya Rupe Kaila avatar. Say that Krishna, Lord Krishna, Avatari, the source of all incarnations, Vrajendra Nandana, the son of the king of Vraja, apane personally, Chaitanya Rupe, in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kaila made avatar incarnation. The same Lord Krishna, the fountain of all incarnations, is known as the son of the king of Vraja. He has descended personally as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So basically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna only. There is no difference between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. The son of Nanda Maharaj is now son of. So this is very, very clear. Shri Narottam Das Thakur has also said, Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Sutta Haila Sei Balarama Hailo Nitai. Son of Nanda Maharaj has become now the son of Shachi Devi. And Balram has become Nityananda Prabhu, Padmavati's son. So very, very clear here. Purna Bhagavan Krishna, Brajendra Nanda, Brajendra Kumar, Goloki Brajarasa, Nitya Vihar. So Krishna is Purna Bhagavan. Everything is there in Braj. Everything is there in Braja Vrindavan. So Srila Krishna's Goswami say, Purna Bhagavan Krishna, Brajendra Kumar, Goloki Brajera, Saha Nitya Vihar. Actually, the Parakya Bhava and all other moods are present in Vrindavan. Shri Krishna and his Parikars associates descend with these moods to Bhama Vrindavan, means Vrindavan on earth, in each and every universe. Bhama Vrindavan and Golok Vrindavan are practically the same, yet there is some difference. No ordinary person can see and realize that Krishna is always playing in Bhama Vrindavan. But if anyone develops such perfect prema, he can go to Golok Vrindavan where he will always see Krishna playing. Those who say that in Golok Vrindavan there is no Parakya Bhav, no birth of Krishna, and that Krishna is always of Kishore age are wrong. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the correct commentary on this shloka. He explains that Krishna is eternally playing in that 16 crore Prakosht division of Golok Vrindavan. He descends from there once in a day of Brahma. Shri Krishna has 5 kinds of associates in Golok Vrindavan: Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. When he comes to this world, he brings all the residents of Brajabhumi, including the ever-liberated Mayuras, peacocks and all other birds. Cows, associates like friends, parents and beloveds. The Yamuna river, Govardhan hill, everything. He lives in Braj until 9 or 10 years of age. Then he goes to Bathura, then to Dwarka, and still to this day he is performing pastimes with all of his associates there. If we have no bhakti, we cannot see. And sadharana bhakti, ordinary bhakti will not be sufficient to help us to see. When we come to the stage of bhava, then from time to time we will experience this. Otherwise not. Shri Krishna comes to this world to sprinkle his mercy on all jivas, to those who are doing sadhan and to those who are not, to those who have already matured up to bhava and to those who have reached prema. It descends to elevate them all. Shri Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, only once, and when his pastimes are over, he disappears with all of his associates and the pastime places of Braja. After his disappearance, when he is in Golok Vrindavan, he thinks, चिरकाल नाही करी प्रेम भक्ति दान भक्ति बिना जगतेर नाही अवस्थान. For a long time, I have not bestowed unalloyed devotional service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. The Lord seldom awards pure transcendental love, but without such pure love of God, freedom to freedom from fruity activities and empiric speculation, one cannot attain perfection in life. Many devotees have Caitanya Caritamrta, and throughout Caitanya Caritamrta we have Swamiji's purports. But still we rarely have the opportunity to hear clear explanations of his words. If we ourselves cannot properly explain this, it means we have no real interest. To develop interest in this beautiful and powerful mission is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give. We must try to associate with Vaishnavas who have a great interest in these topics, not in worldly topics. We have not come to this world with worldly possessions. And when we leave this body, we will have to give up whatever we have accumulated. So why should we worry for material comforts and prosperity? Bhaktivedanta Swami has come for the same purpose as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to give that prema which the Lord himself came to give. But I think that only very rare persons realize this. Swamiji was cutting jungles of Mayavad and other false philosophies, and devotees joined him in this. But we should not think jungle cutting is the highest service in this world. We cut jungles in a particular place in order to construct a building or reside there. That construction is the construction of bhakti. We should not simply continue to cut jungles for lakhs and lakhs of births. There are certainly jungles everywhere, but it is useless to spend our lives cutting them. Here Swamiji is teaching the world, Bhakti vina jagatera nahi avasthan. What has he written in the purport? Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. Useless. So the cutting of jungles is also useless if one's mood is not to construct bhakti in the hearts of the devotees. This is the main thing. We have not come to this world to make so many material constructions for our comfort. Our Goswamis and Acharyas are very powerful and have also cut jungles, but we are not so powerful. If we concentrate on trying to cut the jungles of Sahajiyas, Mayavadis and Vishais, sense enjoyers, even in the name of making devotees, we will be affected by those same contaminations. Here is one example. Someone saw a person drowning in the current of a very big river. And although he himself did not know how to swim, he at once jumped into the river to save the drowning man. The drowning man then caught hold of him and both drowned. So first we should know how to swim. We should know the art of saving ourselves. Then we can save others. We should throw a rope from the shore. The drowning man will then catch hold of the rope and we can save him. Only if we can swim can we jump. Otherwise we will also die. We must know all these Bhakti Siddhantas and develop the Bhakti in our heart by practicing Shravanam, Kirtanam, etc. Then we can save others. Shri Krishna is thinking, for a very long time I have not distributed to the Jivas the affection of the residents of Raja with Sakhya, Vatsalja, Madhurya Bhav. When I previously came in the world of when I previously came in the form of Gauranga, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandana, I gave this affection. Now a very long period has passed. So I should give it again. Without Prema Bhakti, the world will be destroyed. Shri Krishna continues. Sakala jagate more kare vidhi bhakti vraja bhava paite nahi shakti. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees in Brajabhumi. In the discussion with Srila Raya Ramananda and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Madhya Lila, Ramananda explains that even if one follows the principles of Vaidhi Bhakti, the rules and regulations of devotional service, one cannot get Vraja Bhakti. But you should also know that pure Vaidhi Bhakti and impure Vaidhi Bhakti are different. What we are doing is not Vaidhi Bhakti. Shravanam and Kirtanam, etc., perform only to please Krishna is actually Vaidhi Bhakti. If we are concentrating simply on money making, we are not practicing Bhakti. A pure practitioner of Vaidhi Bhakti is very rare. If we look in our heart, we may see that we are performing activities for our own gain and reputation. This is not pure Bhakti. It is not even pure Vaidhi Bhakti. We should try to follow Vaidhi Bhakti. But Krishna says here, I am not even satisfied by real Vaidhi Bhakti. He is rejecting even that. What is that pure Bhakti? To serve Krishna in Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya Bhav, as the Brajavasis do. To associate with someone who can teach us Krishna's real modes is very rare. Even in Bhauma Vrindavan, there are so many Panditas there who will cheat you. There are many tortoises and monkeys who will harass you. Try to realize all these shlokas in very beautiful and powerful association. I think that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna and Swamiji are themselves looking upon us. They are very happy. Swami himself is now saying that I wanted to give you this, so I am inspiring Narayan Maharaj to give it. So, very good purport by Srila Gurudev, actually. The aim and object of life now. So that same Krishna, the fountainhead of all incarnations, is known as the son of the king of Raja. He has descended personally as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Same means that Krishna, Lord Krishna, Avatari, the source of all incarnations. Rajendra Kumar, the son of the king of Raja, Apane personally, Chaitanya Rupe, in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kaila made avatar incarnation. That same Lord Krishna, the fountain of all incarnations, is known as the son of the king of Raja. He has descended personally as Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. अतएव चैतन्य गोसाई पर तत्व सीमा तांद्रे क्षीरोदशाई कोई की तांद्र महिमा. अतएव therefore Chaitanya Gosai, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Parat Sima, the highest limit of the absolute truth. Tandre him, Shirodakshai Vishnu, Kahi, if I say, Ki, what? Tandra of him, Mahima, glory. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya is the supreme absolute truth. To call him Shirodakshai Vishnu does not add to his glories. Understand? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is supreme personality of Godhead. He is not just Shirodakshai, but the source of Shirodakshai also. Source of Mahavishnu also. So, very, very clear here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is far superior than Purusha avatars. And सहित भक्तेर व्याख्यान ही वे विचारी सकल संभवेताते जाते अवतारी. Say that though certainly bhaktir of a devotee, vakya speech, nahe is not vyabhichari, deviation, sakala all sambhave possibilities, tate in him, jate since avatari, the source of all incarnations. But such words from the lips of a sincere devotee cannot be false. All possibilities abide in him, for he is the primeval Lord. Avatarir dehe sab avatarir sthiti keho kona mate kahe je mana jara mati. Avatarir of the source, dehe in the body, sab all avatarir of the incarnations, sthiti existence, keho someone, kona mate in some way, kahe says, jemana as in the matter, as in the manner, jara of whom mati the opinion. All other incarnations are situated in the potential form, in the original body of the primeval Lord. Thus, according to one's opinion, one may address him as any one of the incarnations. It is not contradictory for a devotee to call the Supreme Lord by any one of the various names of his plenary expansions, because the original personality of Godhead includes all such categories. Since the plenary expansions exist within the original person, one may call him by any one of these names. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda, Lord Chaitanya says, I was lying asleep in the ocean of milk, but I was awakened by the call of Nada. Shri Advait Prabhu. Here the Lord refers to his form as Shri Dakashai Vishnu. So it is told in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhyakhanda 6.95. Shutya chilena kshira sagara bhitare nidra bhanga haila mora tomara hunkare. I was sleeping in the ocean of milk, but your loud cries broke my sleep. देखिया जीवेर दुख न परिसाहिते हमारे आनिले सब जीव उद्धारिते. Oh Advaita Acharya, you could not tolerate the suffering of the living entities, so you have brought me to deliver them. जते को देखिले चतुर दिखे मोर गण सवार हिल जन्म तुम्हारा कारण. Advaita Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, all my associates that you saw surrounding me have already taken birth because of you. जे वैष्णव देखिते ब्रह्मादि भावे मोने तुम्हारे तहाँ देखी बेग सर्व जाने. By your mercy, Vaishnavas that even personalities like Brahma desire to see will now be seen by everyone. So, it is very clearly told that Mahaprabhu came by the prayers of Sri Advaita Acharya. So, कृष्ण के कहे के नर नारायण के कहे कृष्ण है साक्षात वामन. कृष्ण के लॉर्ड कृष्ण कहे says के someone नर नारायण के हो someone कहे says कृष्ण Lord Krishna Haya is Sakshat directly Vamana. So some people say that Krishna is actually Naranarayan and some people say that he is Vaman. They're not wrong actually, because in Krishna everyone is present. So actually in Arjan Deepika also we see that there are prayers. When we say Swasti, Om Swastino Govinda, Swastino Achyutananto, Swastino Vasudevo Vishnu Dadatu, Swastino Narayano Narovai, Swastino Padmanabho Purushottamo Dadatu, Swastino Vishwakseno Vishweshwaresho, Swastino Rishikesho Haridadatu, Swastino Vainateyo Harihi, Swastino Anjana Suto Anur Bhagavato Dadatu, Swasti Swasti Samangalai Keshoman, Shri Krishna Sachidananda Gana, Sarveshwaresho Dadatu, Shri Krishna Upanishad. So in Krishna Upanishad also, we pray to Naranarayan for bestowing auspiciousness. So no problem, Krishna is the source and Naranarayan is his incarnation, Vaman is his incarnation. So you can sometimes address Krishna as Naranarayan, no harm in that. So actually, Gurudev is telling, those who are more fortunate took birth in Satyuga, where most people worship Bhagavan through Shantaras as the four Kumaras and Narnarayan Rishis. These Narnarayan Rishis, they do bhajan of Krishna in Badrikasha. And they are actually in Shantaras, the mode of Shantaras. So these Narnarayan Rishis are always doing it. So actually, in Vrindavan also there is Adi Badri. There is just like Badrinath Dham in Himalayas. Like Sripad Dandi Maharaj also told that actually, if you go to Vrindavan or Navadvip, then it's like visiting all the holy places in the world. Why Adi Badri is there actually? Once Nanda and the other Gopas and Gopis desire to go to Badrinarayan in the Himalayas. Understanding this to be their heartfelt desire, Shri Krishna brought them here for darshan of Adi Badri. Adi Badri is the source of even Badri Vishal, located in the Himalayas. One may have darshan of Badrinarayan, Naranarayan, Rishi, Kuber, Narad, Rishi, Uddhav, others here. Actually, in Adi Badri, once we went there, Shripad Bhakti-Vidanta Sridhar Maharaj, actually, I remember. And Gurudev's Parinama party also used to go there, but that time it was not going, so Sridhar Maharaj took us. Indra sent Apsaras to break the tapasya of Naranarayan Rishi. So Naranarayan Rishis were doing austerities and Indra was scared that he will take over the kingdom of heaven or sit on his throne. He sent Apsaras to break the tapasya of Naranarayan Rishi, but Naranarayan Rishi manifested Urvashi from their left thigh. and shattered the pride of Indra. Just as Alakananda and Tapta Kunda are situated in Badri in the Himalayas, they are also present here. The water of the Tapta Kunda in Badri is hot, but the water of this Tapta Kunda here is presently cool. So you actually see that all the holy places are present in Vrindavan. Narnaran Rishi is also present in Vrindavan. So Krishna is source of even Nar Narayan. That's why when we read Bhagavatam and mantra of Vyasa Puja, Srila Gurudev is telling, our whole Guru Parampara is indebted to him, to Vyasadeva. Sri Vyasadeva revealed the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He revealed Radhika. He revealed all other knowledge, and we are thus unlimitedly indebted to Vyasadeva. Our whole Guru Parampara is indebted to him, and it is for this reason that the mantra of Vyasa Puja is, this is the mantra you should chant during Vyasa Puja when you worship Vyasadeva. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraet. By reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Narayan, unto Naranarayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. So Naranarayan Rishis are also, we pray to them even before we recite Bhagavatam. Narayana Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottam. So, Narayana Rishi, who is a partial expansion of Krishna, has now appeared in the dynasties of Yadu and Kuru in the forms of Krishna and Arjuna respectively. In Bhagavatam also, 4th canto, 1st chapter, 59, it is told that Narayana Rishi, who is a partial expansion of Krishna, has now appeared in the dynasty of Yadu and Kuru in the forms of Krishna and Arjuna respectively to mitigate the burden of the world. So sometimes Narayana Rishi is Krishna and Arjuna are also called incarnations of Narayana Rishi. That is what also is written. But actually Krishna is the source of all incarnations, including Narayana. Our Gurudev is telling that if someone says Krishna is an incarnation of Karnodakashayi and someone else says that he is an incarnation of Garbhodakashayi, it will cause unnecessary confusion. In some places, you'll find such descriptions. Or sometimes Krishna is described as being born from the hair of Narnarayan. Kesh Avatar, an incarnation of Narnarayan. We may find such statements, but actually, sometimes it is said that Krishna is the Kesh incarnation of the hair of Narnarayan Rishi. And Krishna is like the incarnation of black hair, and Arjuna is the incarnation of white hair. Because Arjuna, Balram is the incarnation of white hair of Narnarayan Rishi. Because Balram is white in color and Krishna is black in color. So sometimes Krishna is addressed as Kesha Avatar, incarnation of hair of Narnarayan Rishi. But actually we should know, Gurudev is telling, Ete cham shakala pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the incarnations of Bhagavan are either plenary portions or parts of plenary portions of the Purana avatars. But Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan himself. When it is said that Krishna himself is an incarnation, it is like a simple old lady who gives a blessing to the Prime Minister by saying, my son, may you one day become the police commissioner. So here, you like some old lady, she gives a blessings to say Narendra Modi Prime Minister, hey, my son, may you one day become the police commissioner. So Krishna is like the Prime Minister and Vishnu is like police commissioner. Understand? So in her understanding, that is the highest post of all. The lady has said this with love, but she doesn't understand which position is higher. Similarly, some say that Krishna is an incarnation of Garbhodakashayi or Vishnu. When Sri Ramchandra descended, Baldev came as Lakshman. Ramchandra's pastimes are so full of separation and self-sacrifice that they make everyone cry. Really, when you read Ramayana, you feel like crying. For apparently no reason he deserted Sita Devi. Not only once, but twice. Lakshman had not wanted Ram to go to the forest, and therefore while they were exiled, he said to Ram, I no longer consider Maharaj Dasharath to be our father. Being excessively lusty, he is controlled by a woman, and in his old age, his intelligence has diminished. I should kill him. Look, someone is coming. If it is Bharat, I will also kill him. Bharat was coming to appease Ram, but when Lakshman climbed up a tree and saw the armies, he became very angry. Taking his bow and arrow, he started towards them. Where are you going? Ram asked. With whom will you fight? Lakshman said, Bharat has come with great pride. He wants to remove you there. He wants to remove you, so there will be no obstacle to him becoming the king. Therefore, I am going now, and with one arrow I will finish them all. But Ram was thinking that there was a misunderstanding, so he told Lakshman a story. Once there was a woman who raised a mongoose for the purpose of protecting her household from snakes. Each day she put her children to sleep on the bed and placing the mongoose nearby, went out. One day while she was out, a snake came desiring to bite the children. The mongoose had a great fight with the snake, and with great difficulty the mongoose killed it and protected the children. Then being pleased with itself, the mongoose was waiting outside the house for its mistress, and there was still some blood on its mouth from the fight. The woman returned, and the mongoose went before her, saying, Coo, coo, coo. The woman said, Where has this blood come from? You attacked the children and harmed them. Hastily she picked up a stick and killed the mongoose. When she went inside the house and saw the children playing, the dead snake was laying nearby. Realizing her mistake, she lamented. So Ram said to Lakshman, Your condition is exactly like this. First wait and see. Let Bharat come. Even the earth herself can be selfish, but Bharat can never be selfish. Nowhere in this world is there an emblem of love like Bharat. So let him come. When Bharat came, he fell at the feet of Lord Ram, began to appease him. Seeing him offering a pranam to Ram, Lakshman realized his mistake. When Bharat was leaving, Lakshman approached him alone and fell at his feet. As Bharat lifted him up and embraced him, Lakshman said, I am a great offender at your feet. I have not been able to be affectionate to you, to love you. And he began weeping bitterly. Another time during the period when they were living in the forest, Ram ordered Lakshman to bring wood when Sita desired to enter the fire. Lakshman became very angry, but Ram said, Service rendered in the forest is the highest. You are always a servant. Lakshman accepted the order of Ram, but thought, I am making a mistake following his order. So he brought wood and Sita Devi entered into the fire. Of course, this was a pretext by which the real Sita came out and the false Sita disappeared. But still, in the end, Lakshman took a vow that I will not come again as your younger brother, but only as your older brother. Then things will be different. And you will not be able to treat me like this. Therefore, in the pastimes of Krishna, he came as Baladev, and in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu, he came as Nityananda Prabhu, the older brother, both times. So many pastimes could be performed only as an older brother, which from the position of a younger brother would not be possible. If Nityananda Prabhu were not present, then so many Mahaprabhu's pastimes would have remained hidden. He was Mahaprabhu's servant, his brother, his guru also. How was he Mahaprabhu's guru? Mahaprabhu's guru was Ishwar Puri. The guru of Ishwar Puri was Madhavendra Puri, and the guru of Madhavendra Puri was Lakshmipati Tirtha. Nityananda Prabhu was also a disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha, but because his guru departed from this world when he was at a young age, Nityananda Prabhu received nearly all of his instructions from Madhavendra Puri. Whoever gives instructions on bhakti is the representative of Bhagavan, and therefore Nityananda Prabhu always considered Madhavendra Puri to be his primary guru. When Madhavendra Puri became his guru, then Ishwar Puri became his godbrother. And since Nityananda Prabhu was therefore on the level of Mahaprabhu's guru, Mahaprabhu respected him in that way. Although we see that Nityananda Prabhu had three relationships with Mahaprabhu, as a servant, a brother, and a guru, still Nityananda Prabhu always considered himself a servant. When Mahaprabhu was absorbed in Kirtan, generally it was Nityananda Prabhu who protected him. When Mahaprabhu was dancing in his usual way, Nityananda Prabhu would catch him for his own protection. And only when Mahaprabhu became absorbed in Radha Bhav, could Nityananda Prabhu not touch him. Nityananda Prabhu could engage in all types of service, always following the order of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu told him, please go to Bengal. The Brahmanas there being very proud don't perform bhajan of Bhagavan. preach something to the Brahman class, but mostly preach to those who are considered fallen in society, because they are not really fallen. Each and every soul has the right to perform Bhagavad Bhajan. Please go. So Nityananda Prabhu went there and preached from village to village and made disciples of everyone. Once Nityananda Prabhu was going along the road with a preaching party, they came across a village where there lived a wealthy landowner named Ramchandra Khan. Nityananda Prabhu entered the man's home, sat down on the altar of the Durga Mandap. Previously in Bengal, the wealthy people would have such mandapas, canopies raised for ceremonial purposes, for Chandi or Durga. He was thinking night is falling, so where can we possibly go now? Tomorrow morning we'll continue on our way. Meanwhile, Ramchandra Khan sent one of his servants to speak to Nityananda Prabhu. Sarcastically, the man said, "There is not enough space for you here in the house. But we have a Goshala, which is a very pure place due to the presence of cows and cow dung. Saints and sadhus should stay there, so go to the Goshala." When Nityananda Prabhu heard this, he became angry and said, "Yes, you are right. This place is unfit for me. It is fit for cow killing meat eaters." Saying this, he left that place. The next day, Muslims attacked and arrested Ramchandra Khan and his entire family. They also killed a cow, cooked the meat, and ate it on that very spot. The entire village was destroyed. Nityananda Prabhu has two aspects. Just like a mother lion. To her cubs, the lion is very kind, but to others, she is very dangerous. Similarly, Nityananda Prabhu is supremely merciful to the devotees and is the subduer of atheists. Just as Baldev Prabhu holds a plough and a club, killed Dvida gorilla and others who were inimical to Krishna, Nityananda Prabhu subdues the atheist and increases Gaura Prema in devotees. We should never consider there to be any difference between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. There is a difference in body only. Nityananda Prabhu is the complete Guru Tattva. And wherever there is Guru, he is there. Wherever the activities of Guru are performed, the message of Krishna is given to the Jivas, that by bhakti only will there be real auspiciousness. This is all manifested by Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, on this day, we offer pranam unto He who is the most merciful and the complete Guru Tattva, and we pray that He will always be merciful to us. So, actually, all incarnations coming from Nityananda Prabhu, Krishna. Krishna is source, and then from Krishna comes Balram, from Nityananda Prabhu, and from Nityananda Prabhu coming all these Vishnus. Narayana Rishi also coming from Nityananda Prabhu, understand? So, but you'll see that in Mathura, there is one Rishi Tirtha. Here Narayana Rishi of Badri Dham is always absorbing the worship of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So in Mathura, Narayana Rishi is also present. This Tirtha is situated south of Dhruva Tirtha. A person who takes bath here attends Bhagavat Loka. This is also told. Narayana Rishi are doing bhajan in there also in Mathura. So we'll come back to our Caitanya Caritamrta reading, and Keho Samman Kahe says Krishna, Lord Krishna, Hoya is Sakshat directly Vamana, Lord Vamana. Some say that Shri Krishna is directly Narnarayan, others say that he is directly Vamana. Vamana actually, Vamandev is the one who appeared in the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj and asked from charity from him. Understand? So Vamana. And Keho ke Krishna Kshiroda Shaya Avatar Asambhavan hai Satya Vachana Savar. Keho kahe. Someone says Krishna, Lord Krishna, Kshirodashai, the Kshirodashai Vishnu, avatar incarnation. Asambhava, impossible, nahe, is not Satya, true, Vachana, speeches, Sabar of all. Some say that Krishna is incarnation of Kshirodashai Vishnu. None of these statements is impossible. Each is correct as others. Laghu Bhagavatamrita states, Ataiva Purnanando Kechinda Sakatmana Mahendra Nujatmaga Kechirabcha Sahastra Shirsha Sahasra kechit vaikunthanatam Bruya Krishnasya Maunaya Tat Vrityanugamina. According to the intimate relationship between Shri Krishna, the primeval Lord, and his devotees, the Puranas describe him by various names. Sometimes he is called Narayan, sometimes Upendra, Vamana, the younger brother of Indra, king of heaven, and sometimes Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, sometimes he is called the thousand-hooded Sheshanag, and sometimes the Lord of Vaikuntha. Out of love and affection, Krishna is called by various names. He is also called Upendra. Upendra. Actually, in Gita Govinda also a very nice shloka comes. I think Sakhya of Radharan is telling. Smaraturam Daivata Vaidyarutyam Tadapasangam Tamatra Satyam Vimukta Bhadam Purushena Radham Upendra Vajrada Pidarvasi. Upendra, you are more expert in medical affairs than the celestial physicians. Radha is suffering from the heat of Cupid. She can only stay alive if she takes the medicine of modern Indian people. So this actually, Krishna is called Upendra here. It's actually a very elevated book here. Upendra. So Upendra, Krishna previously appeared from the womb of Mother Aditi in the form of Shri Vaman Dev to bestow auspiciousness upon the aggrieved demigods. In that incarnation, his name was Upendra because he was the younger brother of Indra. This address alludes to Krishna's personal oath to always protect his dependents. This address alludes to Krishna's personal oath to always protect his dependents. So this is, there is one chanda called also Upendra Vajra. Upendra Vajra is one chanda. So Krishna has the name Upendra. Actually, in Gopakumar actually landed in heavenly planet, and what he saw there actually. Chanting his mantra, intense hankering for going there arose within Gopakumar. Gopakumar chanted Gopal mantra, and he developed great hankering to go to. When Gopakumar went to Nilachal, Jagannath Puri heard the glories of the heaven, where Lord is present as Vamandev Upendra. So he chanted Gopal mantra with the desire to go to the heaven, and he landed in heaven. So there Indra was directly serving Upendra delectable foods and drinks like a loving brother. By the influence of his mantra japa, Gopakumar desired to attain the position of Indra. And when Indra fled out of fear of the demons, the sages and demigods appointed him to the position of Indra. For some time, he enjoyed the facilities that came with that position and served Upendra in different ways. But during the night, he was unable to have Upendra's darshan, and for this reason, he began to feel indifferent towards the place as well. You see that daytime Indra can serve Upendra, his younger brother, Vamandev, but when night falls, Upendra is taking rest, so then he cannot serve. So Indra position also has limitations. He cannot serve Krishna 24 hours a day, understand, all through the year. Not possible for him to serve like that. So Upendra is the name of Krishna in incarnation of Vamandev. So, Srila Gurudev is also telling, once at a time of Rajasura Yajna, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked a question to Sri Narada Rishi. And the same question was asked by Parikshit Maharaj to Srila Shukdev Goswami. Now, this actually in Bhagavatam, it describes that once Yudhishthira Maharaj performed Rajasura sacrifice, Yudhishthira asked one question to Narada Rishi. And same question was asked by Parikshit Maharaj to Srila Shukdev Goswami. Lord Krishna is equal to all, right? Krishna is equal to all. Why does he take the side of the demigods and act against the demons? That's the $1 million question. Why does he take the side of demigods? He should be equal to demons and demigods. He takes the side of demigods and fights for their protection in the form of Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Upendra, means Vamandev, Lord Ram and other manifestations. He killed Ravan, Kumbhakarna and other demons. These activities seem to indicate the Lord's partiality. This is a question. For this reason, to reply any doubt, the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam was spoken by Sri Narada. Narada spoke the entire 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam just to answer that Lord is not partial. That Krishna is equal to all, as the sun is equal to all. If an owl doesn't come out of his house and instead closes his eyes, how can he see the sun? Understand? So if owl doesn't come out of his house and just keeps the eyes closed, how he cannot see the sun in the daytime? He will never be able to see it in this way. Demons are like that owl. They don't believe in God and they don't see Him. Therefore, Krishna descends to this world in the form of his incarnations. Krishna is the root of Parabrahma, the supreme truth, Paramatma, the Lord who lives in everyone's heart and in every atom. And Sarveshwara, the controller of all. Is Sarvavatari, the root of all incarnations. His opulence is topmost. He took earth in his mouth, and the gopis complained to Mother Yashoda, and he denied it and told her that he had not. Mother Yashoda forced his mouth open and saw his universal form. She saw that he is Parabrahma, Sarveshwareshwar, the controller of all controllers, Paramatma, Lord, Nrsimhadev, and so on, and that all existence is within him. So the idea is that Krishna is the son of Devaki is well known, but is not right. He is partly the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, but fully the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Understand? So Srila Gurudev is making this point. Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yashoda completely. Partly maybe he is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva, but fully the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Understand? So here, केह कहे परव्यो में नारायण हरि सकल संभवे कृष्ण जाति अवतारी. केह कहे, someone says, Paravyo mein, in the transcendental world, Narayan, Lord Narayan, Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sakala Sambhava, all possibilities, Krishna in Lord Krishna, Yate, since, Avatari, the souls of all incarnations. Some say, some call him Hari, or Narayan of the transcendental world. Everything is possible in Krishna, for he is the primeval Lord. Understand? So Krishna in Paravyom and Vaikuntha is Narayan. That is also okay. That is also no problem. He is Paravyomapati. He is the supreme. He is actually no doubt that he is Narayana. Paravyoma. Paravyoma means Vyoma means sky and Paravyoma means spiritual sky. Actually, in Paravyoma Vaikuntha, Mahasankarshan manifests unlimited Nitya Parshat Jivas to serve Vaikuntha Adhipati Narayan. So, Paravyoma Mahasankarshan manifests so many Jivas to serve Narayan. Understand? So basically, now when we are doing bhakti, so it's called Bhakti-Vidanta. Caitanya Caritamrta also it says, ब्रह्मांड भ्रमित कोन भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाय भक्तिलता बीज मालिया या करे से बीजारोपण श्रवण कीर्तन जले करिया सेचन प्रेम फले पाकी पड़े मालिया स्वादो लतावलंबी माली कल्प वृक्ष पाए तासे कल्प वृक्ष करे सेचन सुखे प्रेम फल रस करे आस्वादन यही तो परम फल परम पुरुषार्थ जारागे तृण तुल्य चारी पुरुषार्थ. Caitanya Caritamrta Madhya Lila, 19th chapter. While wandering on and on in this material existence, some fortunate Jiva, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, attains the Bhakti-Vidanta Beach, the seed of the creeper of devotion, in the form of Krishna Seva Vasana, the desire to serve Krishna. He waters the seed with the water of Shravan and Kirtan. At first it begins to sprout and then it becomes a creeper. It pierces the covering of the universe, and one after another universes, the Viraja, Brahmaloka and the Paravyoma. Finally it climbs up to the desired tree of Rajananda Shri Krishna's lotus feet in Golok Vrindavan. There it bears fruits in the form of prema. When the fruit becomes ripe, it falls there in this world. It falls here in this world, and the gardener tastes it. Taking support from that Bhakti-Lata, he takes shelter of the desired tree of Shri Krishna's lotus feet and always tastes the rasa of the prema bhakti. This very prema is the crest jewel of all achievements for the Jiva. Understand? If prema is compared to the sun, then bhava is likened to the ray of that prema. So Paravyoma. So Bhakti-Lata will go beyond even Paravyoma. So that's why Krishna's name is Paravyomanath, the Lord of the transcendental sky. Paravyomanath. Mahavishnu is also called Paravyomanath. Understand? Bhagavan Mahavishnu Paravyomanath, Lord of the transcendental sky, once admitted to Arjuna, I only brought The sons of the Brahmana here with a desire to see both you and Krishna. Understand? Parabhyomanat. Mahavishnu also told the sons of Brahmana just to see Krishna. So, beneath this Goloka Dham is Parabhyoma, also known as Vishnu Loka. Shri Krishna's Vilas Murti, Shri Narayan, and unlimited other forms reside there. This is Krishna's intermediate place of residence. Below this Parabhyoma is Shri Krishna's third place of residence called Bahyavas, his external residence. It is situated in the material realm across the Viraja river where countless universes, Brahmandas are present like chambers. This place is also called Devi Dham or Maya Devi's Dham, and the living entities who are bound by Maya reside there. The material energy Jagat Lakshmi, the shadow of the transcendental goddess of fortune Raja Lakshmi, protects the wealth of this world. Understand? So Krishna is the supreme lord of all these three places, Golok, Parabhyoma, and the material universes. Both Golok and Parabhyoma are transcendental and are the divine opulence, Vibhuti of the Chich. They are therefore called Tripada Ishwarya, or the opulence comprising 3/4 of the Lord's energy. The Vibhuti of Maya, the material universe, is called Ekapada Ishwarya. The opulence in Shri Krishna's transcendental dhamas is 3 times that of the material world. His Tripad Vibhuti, the spiritual world, cannot be glorified in words. In the unlimited universes of the Ekapad Vibhuti, there are countless Brahmas and Shivas, and they are called Lokapadas, eternal maintainers of the order of creations. This is a Parabhyomapati. So here, some call him Hari or the Narayan of the transcendental world. Everything is possible in Krishna, for he is the primeval Lord. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So we'll stop at text number 2.116, chapter 2, 116, Adi Lila. Next time we'll discuss this shloka. Okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you. Vanchakalpatra Vaishya Kripa Sindhu Vraja Pradanam Pavane Vyavashtam Dhanavats. Hare Krishna. Any comments or questions? Please ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much. I don't think there's any questions or comments. So we'll continue with Jai Diwani Ananga Mohan Prabhu. Please, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinod Bihari Ji ki Jai. Om Vishnu Parashtotra Shasa Shishimata Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Om Vishnu Parashtotra Shasa Shishimata Bhakti-Vidanta Nandi Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitile Pravishta Vishnu Parashtotra Shasa Shishimata Bhakti-Vidanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitile Pravishta Vishnu Parashtotra Shasa Shishimata Bhakti-Vidanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shishimata Bhakti-Vidanta Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shishimata Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Pravishtam Vishnu Parastotara Shata Shishila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitya Pravishta Param Bhagavat Prabhupada Shila Gorki Saudas Baba Ji Maharaj ki Jai. Nitya Pravishta Shishila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Nitya Pravishta Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shishila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Shishila Paradev Vidya Bhushan Prabhu ki Jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki Jai. Srila Narottam Srivasha Amananda Prabhu Trai ki Jai. Srila Krishna Kaviraj Swami Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhat Raghunath Jeev Gopal Bhadas Raghunath Sad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Shri Swarup Damodar Raya Ramananda Shri Gaura Prasada Vrinda ki Jai. Namachara Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Antardvip Mayapur Mantadvip Godrumadvip Madhyadvip Koladvip Ritudvip Janudvip Mudra Drun Vibhudati Patmakar Shri Navadvip Dham ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopi Ko Govardhan Dvadash Vanatmakar Shri Vajmandal ki Jai. Shri Radhakun Shamukun Ganga Yamuna Tulasi Bhakti ki Jai. Shrimati Vrinda Devi ki Jai. Shri Purnamasi Yogamaya ki Jai. Shri Gopishwar Mahadev ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiyo ki Jai. Shetar Mandal ki Jai. Sarva Vigna Vinashikari श्री नरसिम्हा देव की जय, भक्त प्रभा श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, चार धाम की जय, चार संप्रदाय की जय, चार आचार्य की जय, अकर महाराज श्री चैतन्य मात की जय, श्री श्री केशव जी गौदिया मार उतक सकमा समूह की जय, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद भागवतम की जय, श्री चैतन्य चरित अमृत की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, सामगात भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री नित्य गौर प्रेम हरि हरि बोल।
हरे हरि बोल। मोहन प्रभु की जय। हरे कृष्ण। हरि बोल। हरि
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ananga Mohan Prabhu, for that, and thank you, Maharaj. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasinibhi vichapatitana pravinibhi Vaishnavi Vinamana Vaishnavi. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pram. Since you are all tomorrow, dear devotees, for Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj's class. And then again on Sunday with Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Dandi Maharaj at 12:30, and in the evening with Sripad Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj. Vishnu Daivata Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Vishaka, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.